Hello, everyone. This is Mystic Goddess with your general reading. So, today we're going to see the true intentions toward you when it comes to love. This reading is for everyone of every zodiac sign, so feel free to switch the energies around as needed. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these messages. Give me messages, please, Holy Spirit, for everyone that watches this reading. What are the true intentions toward my viewers when it comes to love? What are the true intentions toward my viewers when it comes to love? Two more shuffles. All right. So let's see what comes out here. All right. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Cups. They want to get closer to you. It's giving energy of them wanting to either make up, or they're wanting the two of you to at least be on a friendly level. Right next to that, we have the Four of Wands. So this person could come in with a peace offerings, or they could come in offering you friendship in hopes of the two of you being able to make a relationship work with each other. With the Empress card being here along with the Chariot card, this is someone who doesn't want to see you get away. You're the best thing that's ever happened to this person. They know that you're a good man or a good woman. You are a divine masculine or a divine feminine. And they know they're not going to meet anyone else like you. But see, there's a part of them that is a bit intimidated because they're viewing you as someone who has stepped into your power. You've changed. They feel as though you've changed drastically, especially when it comes to the way that you communicate or the way that you connect with them in general. What I mean by that is they're viewing you as someone who's not really even trying to spend time with them anymore. Wow, like you're not really saying much. They're used to you being expressive, but you're coming off mysterious as of now. That bothers this person. For a few of you, it's almost like they're falling apart mentally because you're quiet. You're definitely not expressing yourself the way that you used to in the past. And that's unlike you. I feel like there were times when you would be quick to want to meet up with them, or you would want the two of you to spend time with one another. You were all about the two of you having a healthy connection. But see, they're viewing you as someone who isn't putting in much effort anymore. And like I said, it really bothers them. So yeah, many of you have stepped into your power, or you've gained a lot of self-confidence. You're moving differently. Yeah, you're a lot more self-disciplined than you used to be. And they're viewing you as someone who's focused. You have a lot of willpower now. They feel as though you're determined to prove a point. But see, I feel like that's where they have you messed up at. I don't think that you're necessarily trying to prove a point to this person. In reality, I think that you're just fed up with all of the trauma, all of the toxicity. You're fed up when it comes to settling for struggle love. That's the energy that it's giving. Whatever you're doing at the moment, especially in regards to focusing on yourself, it's not about them, it's about you. And I feel like this person tends to make everything about them. Even when you're focusing on yourself, they think that you're doing it to try and destroy them or to try and bother them in some way. They're chaotic, especially mentally for some of you. emotionally. For a few of you, they think that you are secretly connecting with someone else, or they think that you have a friend that is putting things in your ear. For some of you, that friend could be me. But yeah, they think that someone is telling you things that you shouldn't know, or you have a way of getting information that you shouldn't know. But see, you're highly intuitive. Some of you may even be psychic. Okay. And I feel like this person has a tendency to downplay your gifts. But those of you who are focused on yourself, if you're not saying much, if you're not even trying to meet up with this person, if you are not trying to be in their company as of now, it's really bothering them. Wow. They feel like there is someone else that you have to be giving to. But see, in reality, many of you are just tired. So you've decided to drop the baggage. You could feel like dealing with this person isn't worth the burnout. Now, there could be some of you who have found a new person. And if you've met someone new, or if there's anyone else that you're interested in, I want you to make sure that you're dropping the baggage from past relationships. Try your best not to carry it into anything new. Also, this person's intention is to get something from you. Many of you were overly generous in some way, shape, or form. For some of you, it had to do with money. For others of you, I just feel like you were always there for this person. You always had their back. You were there to be their strength when they were weak. But they didn't always give you or show you the appreciation that you deserve. This is someone who took you for granted. Okay? They may have even tried to extort you in some way. Be careful about them coming toward you with certain things that they're stressed out about and trying to make you feel obligated to help. Be careful when it comes to that. Let them carry their own baggage. Yeah, do not allow this person to come in and stress you out in any way, shape, or form. I'm telling you, for some of you, this person's going to come in. At first, they're going to make it seem as though they're coming toward you on a friendly note. They just want to reconnect. They miss you. They miss the way that things used to be. They may even show you more respect than you're used to them showing you. Okay? They're going to come toward you in a completely different way, almost in the same way that they did when the two of you initially met each other. All right? It's giving lovers and friends type of relationship. So for some of you, the two of you could have started off as friends. You could have started off as friends with benefits, or the two of you just had a lovers and friends relationship dynamic up until this person started doing too much. All right. So like I said, they're going to come in making it seem as though they want to reunite with you. And I feel like they truly do. They want to reunite. They feel like the two of you belong together. But they also know that stability lies with you. There's something about you that's grounded and stable. Some of you, it could be that you have a stable home environment, or you're really stable when it comes to your material possessions, when it comes to your finances. Could even be that you're stable emotionally, stable mentally. There's something that you have and they want it, but they were benefiting from it in the past. So they're needing your support in some way. They're going to come in making it seem as though, can't we at least be friends? Or, I just want to see you. I just want to reconnect with you. Let's just have a good time. Let's spend some time together. They're going to come toward you in a respectful way. But then all of a sudden, That's when the sad stories are going to start. They're going to start talking about how much they have on their plate, how they have to do this, that, and the other. They're going to start talking about being stressed out, how they're burnt out, how they're struggling with something. And their intention is to get you to be generous, to get you to support them in some way. Spirit wants you to be very careful when it comes to being impulsive. All right. You're going to notice that if you don't give them what they're wanting, they're going to switch up on you. That's when they're going to become a lot more blunt, a lot more direct. Okay. Maybe even a little bit rude or reckless. I mean, they're going to switch up just like that in the blink of an eye. So someone who was initially coming toward you in a loving manner, being warm, kind, being sweet, all of a sudden they're going to switch up. All right. It's all a scheme. So this is actually somewhat like what do I call this? It's like a cunning peace offering. It's not real. There's something fake about it. All right. There is something dishonest about it. And for some of you, they'll end up showing you their true colors. Could be during some type of confusion, miscommunication between the two of you. And when that happens, they could say some things that are pretty brutal. Or when you don't go along with whatever they're wanting you to go along with, they could all of a sudden become argumentative and destructive, especially verbally as well as mentally. Wow. And you're going to see that it's all a lie. But see, they're not going to be able to fool you. You're super intuitive. All right. So even though they're going to come toward you in a loving manner initially, you're going to feel like something's off. You're going to know that they're up to something. You're going to know so right away. This is crazy. For some of you, they could even tell you some type of lie about their job, or they could tell you some type of lie about something that they're pretending to work on. Okay. I don't know what that's about. Take it if it fits, leave it if it doesn't. For some of you, there's going to be something that they tell you that has to do with work, or it has something to do with their health. Okay. It's either or. This is crazy. Absolutely insane. Why can't they just stand on their own 2 feet? I don't understand this. I don't understand this whatsoever. This person is very childlike. Very childlike. That's why it's going to be so important for you to be patient. It's going to be important for you to use moderation, remain calm. You're going to catch them up in some type of lie, or that mask is going to slip. And Spirit wants you to remain balanced. It's not your place to pour into them. Okay? They're not even pouring into themselves. This is really weird. For a small portion of you, this person could end up getting into an argument with someone at their job. It's either that or it's going to involve someone's workplace. Yeah. They could get caught lying at work. Or they're going to just tell you some type of something about work or something that they've been working on. But they're not going to be telling you the full truth about it. For a small portion of you, this person could make it seem as though they're at work when they're really not. Give me another card. What are this person's true intentions toward my viewers when it comes to love? But see, you've given all that you're willing to give at this point. Now, some of you may have a little bit left in you to give, but many of you, you don't have anything else that you're willing to give to this person, because with the Ten of Wands being here, it lets me know that you gave it your all. What else is there to give after the Ten of Wands? It's a 10. There's nothing else for you to give to this person. Even if you have something to give, even if you have emotion to give, money to give, whatever support that you can provide to this person or however you can benefit them, it will not benefit you in return. It will be something completely unrequited. This is someone who always either has their hand out or they're a taker. And see, many of you are givers. So you have to set boundaries with yourself so that you don't end up getting taken advantage of. We have the Two of Pentacles here, and we also have the Five of Cups. So there are regrets on their part. Okay, there are some regrets. I do feel like this person either regrets the way that they handled something between the two of you, or they're regretting how they treated you. But see, it's attached to something they were benefiting from you. They view you as resourceful, and they just expected you to adapt. They expected you to be flexible, to be agile, to just go with the flow of things. So now they're sitting here feeling like a fool because they had it all with you and they fumbled you. You balanced this person. There was some way that you were balancing them out. And I don't care if it was a pep talk ever so often. If you were giving this person positivity, positive energy, whatever it is, it's a huge loss to them. Okay? If you were helping them out financially, now they're having to stretch their resources. Now, for others of you, this person could be trying to adapt to some type of health issue. Not sure what that is about. We have the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck along with the Seven of Pentacles. Their intention is to get you to idealize them again, the way that you did before in the past. I feel like when you initially met this person, you felt like they were a dream come true, even though there were noticeable red flags. I feel like you saw red flags within this person pretty quickly. It didn't take years. It may not have even taken months. I feel like when the two of you initially met each other for the first time, or as the conversation started to get deeper between the two of you, red flags started to surface, but you may have ignored them. You may have ignored them, not because you're gullible, but because you kind of had your head in the clouds a little bit. I mean, it happens. It happens to the best of us. And I also feel like this person made it seem as though you were going to benefit from being with them. Now, of course, I'm not saying that you got with this person for what they had to offer, because I don't feel like they had very much to offer you at all. But I do feel like this person made themselves appear bigger than what they truly were. I feel like they made it seem like they wanted to settle down, or they wanted to have something in life. They may have sweet talked you. They were sensitive to your needs. They may have been really good when it comes to communicating. All right. I feel like they made it seem like they had plans for their life, or they had plans for a life that the two of you could spend together, but you realized it was all talk. This person actually was hiding who they truly are. They presented themselves, or at least tried to present themselves, as an emperor or an empress, but in reality, this is someone who's a page. Okay, very immature individual. I feel like when you initially met them, the relationship or the connection, it was exciting. This person brought you cheer. They were cheerful. They had really good energy about them. But there could have been certain things that they would say to you that made you kind of wonder a little bit. I feel like it didn't take you long to feel like I feel like it didn't take you long to realize that this is someone who's really complex, someone who possibly has some really deep secrets, or that this person operates out of some type of illusion. I feel like it didn't take you long to realize that they were not who they truly are. Mm. And I also feel like there were just certain things they didn't want to talk about. They could still be that way now where they don't want to talk about certain things, specifically things about the past. Okay. But yeah, they made themselves seem as though they were an emperor, someone practical, someone who was focusing on stability, a protector, a nurturer, someone who knows what they want and they know how to get there, someone who has discipline and self control, someone who is focused. In reality, they lacked all of those characteristics. Someone who doesn't have anything to offer you at all except for hardship, loss, struggle, and disgrace. Mm, yeah. So you have to be careful with them because I feel like this person is greedy, but they also have the audacity to be wasteful. All right. That could be wasteful with their money. It could be wasteful when it comes to any other aspect of their life. For some of you, they may gamble a lot. They could have I'm not going to say a gambling addiction, could be, but I also feel like this is someone who will exploit. Okay. It's giving shady car salesman type of energy, or someone who will step on people's toes to get what they want. Um, someone who will sell someone something that doesn't even work. That type of it, and they know it doesn't work. Oh yeah, this car is running really good. It has the motor, the transmission, everything is good. Only thing is wrong with it is it's the air. And the person buys the car, and 2 weeks later, the motor is blown. They're shady, really shady. See, they do want to live happily ever after with you, but it's attached to something that you own, something that you possess, or something that you embody. I feel like even when it comes to what you embody, it could be that you reach for the stars, you follow your dreams, you know deep down that you are going to accomplish some beautiful, wonderful things in your life. And they want to make sure that they want to make sure that they secure a spot on that gravy train. Mm. For some of you, this person may come toward you exploiting some type of family situation, um, or they may be exploited by certain family members. Just make sure that you don't allow this person to exploit you for what they think you want out of life. They're looking at you as someone who just wants to be happy, someone who wants to settle down. And they'll pretend to be all of that to get the momentum going. But then when it comes time to deliver, All they can give you are empty cups. Mm, mm-mm. Like they can't even offer you a full loaf of bread. You'll only get the butt part of the bread. I'm from the South, so those of you from the South, you may know what part of the bread I'm talking about. You know the ends of the bread. Okay, that's what we call it here where I live, like the butt part of the bread. Like, now some people eat that part, but a lot of times we might throw that part of the bread away because that's not the best part of the loaf, right? Well, that's all that they would have to offer you. Just the butt part of the bread. That's just not right. There's a lot more that I can say, but I'm going to keep it cute. See, they know that you're someone who's consistent, dependable, someone who's ambitious, goal oriented. You know, some of you are meant to be a star. There's something about you where you stand out, even when you're not trying. And they're full of unhappiness or lacking happiness, feeling a lack of fulfillment, feeling disappointed with what they've achieved in life, definitely feeling like a underachiever, but then they have the audacity to be arrogant. But see, they also know that you're loyal. They can benefit from you, but you wouldn't benefit from them. It's just not worth it. This is crazy. I'm gonna have to get up off of this because see, I'll get mad because I don't like and I'm getting mad because I don't like anyone playing with you guys. The audacity. Like you won't see through this. And then the saddest part about it is, even though they're going to come toward you with friendly energy, they won't even be able to keep it up. They're an impatient individual. They would not be able to keep it up. Not for long, especially when they feel like you're not going to give them whatever it is that they're wanting. They want their good thing back. That's what they want. Mm. They're looking for a crutch. This is someone who is looking for a crutch through life, whether it's a financial crutch, an emotional crutch, an egotistical crutch, ego boost crutch, whatever you want to call it. Mm. So do not allow this person to come in and exploit you for they who they think you are. All right? Because you're not the same person that they initially met. Hmm. They should have caught you when you cared. Because some of you really don't care anymore. And others of you, even if you do care, you know your worth. All right. And so that is the reading, everyone. If you guys resonated with this or if you liked this reading, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you as a part of the Mystic family. I love each and every one of you guys so much. You take care. Be safe. Until next time, bye.